iGyaan.in, and today we're going to be reviewing the new HTC One X Plus. And now this is a beautiful new phone from HTC. It's almost identical to look at when you compare it with the HTC One X. So the HTC One X Plus is just an add-on to the HTC One X. It gives you a better processor, a slightly better camera, a longer battery life, and an overall better experience with the Android OS that is on the HTC One X series. And of course you get a larger 64GB storage capacity when you buy it in India. It's also priced at about 39,500 rupees in the market, and it is available in select stores around the country. So let's take a look at the hardware on the HTC One X Plus, and we'll also take a look at the exterior of the device. So if we talk about the HTC One X Plus, now you do have a front-facing 1.6 megapixel camera, which is a fairly nice camera. You can see we have the speaker grill on the top over here, and a notification light for missed calls, etc., which is showing up on the top over here. You have the nice HTC logo along with a nice and large 4.7-inch capacitive touchscreen display, which is an SLCD2 display with 16 million color capability. You do have a 720 by 1280 pixel resolution, which makes it 312 pixels per inch, slightly lower than the Retina display of the iPhone. Now in terms of battery capacity, we do have a 2100 milliamp hour battery, so fairly nice and large battery. You have 3 touch capacitive buttons at the bottom, which are the standard Android buttons. It is running Android Jelly Bean out of the box, which is good. You have one microphone over here and one microphone on the top for noise cancellation, along with a 3.5mm headphone jack. You have the power lock and unlock button, and you have the micro SIM card tray, which is over here. If we look at the back of the One X Plus, you can see a very solid unibody polycarbonate shell, slightly soft to touch. It is matte finish, and we have the white color over here. It is available in the black color as well. You can see the Beats Audio logo. This is a new style Beats Audio logo designed at the bottom, and you do have the speaker grill again, which is fairly dust resistant and water resistant for the device. You have a new improved 8 megapixel f2 lens camera, so really nice and wide aperture for the camera, and you have an LED flash. You again have the stainless steel camera bezel, which looks really nice on the device. You can do full HD video with the camera on this device. In terms of memory, we have 64GB of inbuilt storage along with 1GB of RAM. In terms of the processor, we have the new NVIDIA Tegra 3 AP37 processor, which is a quad-core 1.7 GHz processor, Cortex-A9, and you have the ULP GeForce GPU, which is at 520 MHz. Their image processing and battery management, they have a separate core on the processor, which is fairly nice on the chipset. Let's quickly turn on the lock screen, and you will see your date and time information on the top. You can also see notifications from apps, missed calls, etc. on the top over here. You can also jump to your 4 pre-selected applications that you can quickly set up in the personalization menu, or you can simply drag the screen up to unlock the device. Once you unlock, you will be treated with the HTC Sense Plus, which is their new operating system for Jelly Bean, and you can see how smooth and simple it is to swipe through this. Fairly nice and responsive. It is a lot more responsive than the HTC One X, and you will actually feel the difference between those two devices. You can see the HTC Leap interface over here. You can add up to 7 panels and simply remove a panel if you don't need it. So that's fairly good. Now you do have the new style notification panel. You can see all our notifications. You can quickly slide out notifications that you don't need, which is fairly easy to do, or you can quickly clear out all notifications. You can also jump to the settings panel from here. I'm going to do that. I'm going to switch down to the about screen, and I'm going to go into software information, and I'm going to show you that it's running Android version 4.1.1, and we have the new HTC Sense 4 Plus. Let's quickly drop out. Now we're on the home screen. You can see our multitasking panel is over here. I can look at my recent applications, or I can quit any application that I don't need by simply sliding it up. Fairly easy to do, and it works really well. So now I am without any running applications in the background. It actually quits your list of recent applications more than quitting the application itself, but it does free up some memory, and it does free up the processor a little bit. Now you do get Google Now out of the box, so you can see that we get the weather information directly, and you can see it's smoky and 18 degrees. We can also do show more cards to show us eating joints. If you have the ability to check in, you can check in at restaurants. You can also show your flight information, traffic information when you're traveling. So all that works natively with Google Now, voice guided navigation, everything works, as you can see in our comparison video that we made with the iPhone 5. And I'm going to do a specific video of Google Now, the HTC One X Plus as well for you guys. Let's quickly jump into the camera. Now, we've done a video for the camera sample and it is slightly more light friendly when we talk about it. You do have your standard set of camera options over here, the same as they were in the One X. So you can set your video quality, your image duration, image adjustments, etc. Continuous shooting can be turned on or off, and you can jump into camera options to turn on several other options. You also have video options, so you can turn on video stabilization, you can record with audio, you can do stereo recording on or off, etc. You can also switch from various camera modes, so you can also capture slow motion video, HDR shots, panorama shots, or group portraits from the camera. You can also add effects if you want to do that, and you can also preview your images from here as simply as that. Let me quickly jump back out. You also have a quick tab to turn on or off video, and you can capture images while you're in video. So fairly good camera, slightly brighter when it comes to aperture, and you will enjoy the camera experience on the One X Plus. It's definitely better. You do have a front facing camera. You can't make voice calls over 3G. I mean, you can't make video calls over 3G, but you can make VoIP calls from your networks. So when you jump into the dialer, you can't make video calls from the dialer, but you can look at your recent call list and your contacts from here. You can also jump into people, groups that you have made, and also go back to your call history, which is over here. So fairly nice and large dialer, fairly easy to use for the One X Plus. Now if I quickly go into messaging, I go into compose, you have a nice and large keyboard to type. You also get trace input, which works fairly well. On the keyboard, you also have mic input, which converts your voice into text. This is a test. This is a test. And you can see it converts it from voice to text. It did have a problem over there, but it didn't hear me well, but it does convert it from voice to text fairly easy, and it does not have any issues with our accent as well. If you convert from portrait into landscape, you will see a nicer, larger dialer over here. Very easy to use. Again, your trace input continues to work. And it also has suggestions for your words, and it also has autocorrect, which works fairly well. The browser on this natively is one of the fastest browsers that we have seen. It also re-renders text. We're going to let it quickly load up our website, which is iGyaan.in, and you will see that it re-renders the text to fit inside the screen of your browser window, which makes it really easy to read articles or to read news on the go on the browser, which is what makes it one of the best browsers for Android available today. You can see that, for example, all my text can show up in the same screen without me needing to pan left or right. Pinching, zooming in, zooming out is very, very responsive. You can pan up or down. Again, kinetic scrolling exists, very smooth and very fast and very responsive. I can also switch from portrait into landscape, and you can see that all my content will also quickly convert, and kinetic scrolling continues to work. Now the browser is preloaded with HTML5, and it works really well with HTML5 and WebM interface from Google, so that works really well on the device. No issues with that whatsoever. You can also install Google Chrome, which is again a faster, more responsive native browser that can be used as a default browser if you want to do that as well. If I quickly jump into YouTube over here, you'll be able to see that I can play nice HD video while over Wi-Fi. I can quickly jump to iGyaan's channel, and I can look at our recent EOS M unboxing video simply by doing that, and it will play video in HD. You can see advertising also shows up on YouTube nowadays. So you can see that viewing angles are definitely much more improved, and the crispness of video is also improved. The speakerphone on the back is also fairly louder, fairly more audible when we compare it to the HTC One X. So a lot more improvements when it comes to the One X Plus. You have more capacity, you have a better display, you have a better speakerphone, and you have better audio all around. So it just makes it a better phone, and you have a better camera as well. So lots of new features when we compare it to the One X. That's a look at the device. I'm going to quickly load up a benchmark for you guys, and I'm going to run a quadrant benchmark so that you guys can see. We already have a benchmark video that is already on our channel, so you can check out youtube.com/iGyaan for the full benchmark video, and I'm going to try and put a link on this video as well, so you'll see it on this video right now. If I jump into quadrant over here, I'm going to ensure that I don't have any application that is eating up my memory in the background. So I'm just going to quit these things at the background, my camera as well, Google Now as well, and I just have quadrant, and I'm just going to quickly run a full benchmark for you guys. As you can see, that the device scores off the stock browser a 7603 out of the box, which is very, very responsive, very great score for the device. It's one of the highest scores that you can get on quadrant benchmark, which is fairly phenomenal for this device. So I'm just going to quit this, and the last thing I'm going to do for you guys is I'm going to go into gaming, and I have Nova 3 installed on this that I just downloaded. So I'm going to play that for you guys to show you what gaming looks like on this device. As you can see, gaming is fairly good on the HTC One X Plus, but the additional RAM would have really helped. So for example, when we play Nova 3 on the Galaxy Note 2, it is a lot more responsive. I believe the 2 GB of RAM really helps in that. You did see a bit of choppiness on the gaming experience on that, and that may or may not be because of the lack of availability of RAM. You can download a memory freeing application that will free up all the RAM so that it quits the applications properly, and then you will not see this choppiness that we saw while playing this game. So there you go. This was our full review of the HTC One X Plus. The last thing I'm going to talk about is the call quality and the battery life. So the call quality on the phone is phenomenal. We have crisp networks throughout the experience, and we had no issues with the speaker or the microphone in capturing audio. You do have a noise cancelling microphone on the top over here that works really well with the device, and it does do a good job of noise cancellation for the phone. The build quality is phenomenal. It feels really good in the hand, and it is a robust phone. You can drop it. It will not break very easily. You do have a Gorilla Glass 2 front over here. A screen protector is recommended either way. You can put this phone in a case, but we really never needed to put this phone in a case because it is a solid, almost bulletproof polycarbonate shell of the device. So we really like the One X Plus. It's a great improvement over the One X. But the lack of RAM for a price of 40,000 rupees, 1 GB of RAM does not seem to suffice when you do have similar devices that come with 2 GB of RAM. So 1 more gigabyte of RAM would have really improved the experience of the One X Plus, but that's the only thing that sort of puts us down with the One X Plus, is that they only added 1 gigabyte of RAM when they could have easily added 2 gigabyte. Overall battery life is good for the device. You will need to charge it at the end of the day, every day. That is because the screen is highly power consuming. The processor is also very power consuming, but they do have a processor core inbuilt, which helps you maintain battery life as well. So it's good, but it's not the best. You will need to charge it once a day, as with any other Android phone. You get tons of widgets and customizations that you get pre-installed into the phone. You can go into the personalization panel and customize your phone in that aspect. So for a personal experience, for a wonderful performance experience, the HTC One X Plus is a very good phone. It is also slightly smaller in size when you compare it to the Galaxy Note 2, which is a humongous phone. It has a 5.3-inch display. So if you want something a lot more portable, a lot more sturdy, the build quality of the Note 2 is not as great as the build quality of the One X Plus, definitely, because you have a solid polycarbonate shell on this. So for that, we recommend the HTC One X Plus. If you have any questions or queries, you can check out our full review on iGyaan.in. If you have any questions or queries, you can leave those in the comment section below, or on Facebook, Twitter, Google+. And you do subscribe to us on YouTube, youtube.com/iGyaan, youtube.com/iGyaan TV. iGyaan network. Thank you guys.